Down in the Den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth's about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Welcome to Down in the Den. It's your boy Marz, back as always, bringing you more of the most exciting trendsetters and creatives in the entire entertainment industry. And today is no different. Joining me in the den is a queen who wears many, many crowns. I'm not even going to say hats. I'm going to say many, many crowns. Hailing from Connecticut and currently residing in Indiana, she is the owner of TQuests GLM LLC. She is the host of the TQuest show, which can be heard on over 20 radio stations and multiple streaming platforms. She's known as the voiceover goddess, and as a journalist, she writes for several publications such as Apex Couture magazine and Straight Official magazine. They call her the boss lady, and as owner of Gotta Love Me radio station, and she's also a talented artist herself. So as you can see, tons of crowns. TQuest, welcome to the den. How are you today, Queen?
I'm amazing, and I'm excited to be here in the den with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you. So one thing is a tradition here in the den. Everyone who knows me knows that I am a huge comic book nerd. That's how I learned to read, reading Marvel and DC comic books. And one thing that's always consistent in those comic books, every hero has an origin story. So the question I pose to you, what is your origin story? How did you discover your passion for working in the entertainment industry?
Okay, well, a lot of people in our culture usually start at a young age, starting in the church and stuff, singing and everything. And that was pretty much my foundation as well. But as like a quiet child, and as artists, we stick to ourselves. We're like unique individuals. And
Right.
I knew that music and entertainment was my outlet. It was my safe haven. So even though I was a quiet nerd, I always used to write. I used to sing. I used to dance in my little corner and stuff. And so after a while, people was like, "Hey, can you sing this? Or can you rap that? And can you dance over here?" So then I just, do what I had to do on the stage, even though still being shy off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Because the stage is like my crutch. And
Right.
then I always knew I was going to be an entertainer. I always wanted to be a boss. I always want to have my own company because I don't think it was destined for me in particular to actually work for somebody else. Because I don't like the way other people operate. I don't like the way people treat one another. We live in a dark world. And I was like, no matter what, I'm always going to be the light. So, I was humble enough to learn as a Indian, but I knew I was always destined to be a chief. So, I just did what I had to do to get to where I am today.
I love it. I love it. Now I've checked out your music and you have bars. You're really spitting. You're really, really spitting. Describe your vibe as an artist because you're a boss lady. Like I said, you wear many crowns,
Mhm.
but you're a dope artist. Describe your vibe when you're in the studio, when you're laying a track down.
Okay. So with me, I'm what you call a real diverse individual, which means I'm a real diverse artist. And what I mean by that, I grew up in black neighborhoods. I grew up in white neighborhoods. So I was introduced to hip hop, R&B, gospel, as well as pop for many years. So all of that is just a part of my being, which overflows into my artistry. So either I'm going through things in life or other people and I'm just writing down as a writer, or I can hear a different type of beats and I allow it to tell my story. So since I'm diverse, that means the product I'm producing will be diverse as well. One day I can want to write a love song, about being in love or wanting love, desiring love. And then the next moment, I may want to write an inspirational song, going through some things internally and want to speak to, a higher power. Or I can go back to my roots straight, East Coast on the people, and then start spitting bars. Like it just depends on what comes out, and I just hope that people just enjoy it no matter what comes out once I produce it in the studio.
Certain friends of the dens who haven't discovered you will love what you bring in because I was like, okay, she is spitting. All right, okay. Now I am a huge fan of innovation, even though I'm not that tech savvy. Tell me about the development of your app, because I think that's so cool as a multifaceted artist as well as a boss to have that app so people can have that direct relation to you right from the horse's mouth. Not calling it a horse, but right from your mouth. How did you decide to come up with that amazing idea of getting an app so your fans can really get right to you?
Okay, well, as an entrepreneur and a business person, I know that materials and promotion and media is very important. So I started out with business cards, flyers. I made sure I invested into a website. But as life evolves, music evolves, technology evolves, which means I have to keep up with it. And now introducing, you can have your own app. At first, I was very hesitant. I'm like, why do I need an app if I have a website that has everything up there? But you have to keep up with the current times because you never know what is easier and convenient for your followers, clientele, or consumers. So, as I go to my music conferences every year with my Fleet DJs Coalition, the app people are always there. So, shout out to Black Vibes. And I talk to them every year. They're like, "You can get app yet?" Question. I'm like, "I don't know. I don't need one." But then I was like, "You know what? Let's do it." And then once I got it, I fell in love with it. I still keep my website up to date for people who prefer website, but I make sure I still have my app where you can find links to my blogs as a journalist. You can find my music for ones who are a fan of me of as a music artist. You can find my pictures. You can find my radio shows, whether you listen live or not. You can always find the replays on the app. It is very convenient and I love it. You know what I'm saying? And today I actually made app of the day. You
Congrats.
know what I
Shout
mean?
out. Congratulations.
Shout out to the people who's downloaded it and keep it relevant because that's what makes you stand out more when it comes to the Google search and the SEOs.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, we are a platform. We are more than just a podcast. We're a platform of family for new artists, established artists who are really uh, either just getting into the music industry or haven't really had that big break yet, but we believe provide something and offer something to the community. So, one thing we constantly talk about, especially to new artists, is making sure that you may have the love for the music, which is great, but you need to learn how to approach the business aspect because the industry can really chew up and spit out young, hungry artists. And I love how you have multiple revenue streams, multiple methods. So someone may not 100% like the music, but they love the radio show, or they may not like the radio show, but they love the magazine, whatever it may be. What advice would you give to young, hungry, raw, talented artists that may have the ability, but may not have the knowledge and the representation to really make the most of that talent? And more importantly, not really just get run over by people that will have you sign your life away for the rest of your career. What advice would you give that young artist?
Right. My advice to them is to contact me. Contact TQuest GLM because I genuinely designed my business for that. Because when I started out as a music artist, I had the money, I had the drive, I had the talent, but I didn't know the business side. And I didn't have nobody to properly guide me, which means I've lost thousands upon thousands of dollars when I first started, and I've been robbed blind, taken advantage of, so many traumatic experiences in this industry. And that's why I said, you know what, let me regroup. Let me take time to learn the business so I can build a business to help other people so they don't have to go through that. Like I said, life is evolving, is evolving, the business is evolving too. A lot of artists don't know there's certain things you need to have a solid foundation so you can soar better. A lot of them don't have EPKs, they don't have one sheets, they don't know what a DJ service pack is, they don't have a bio, they don't have high resolution pictures, they don't know how to actually send out professional email so people can actually pay attention to them. Nowadays, all they do is post on social media, send somebody a YouTube. If you check it out, great. If you don't, they don't care. And that's not how the business works. So I tell them if you're really serious about this, yes, you have to have money to invest in what you're trying to do. But every part of it is not money. It's all about you just actually taking time to do the work. So
Absolutely.
I'm like, if you
Do
really
the
see,
work, network, make the connections, make sure you have the material, but make those connections. So you heard it. Quest did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. So contact her, all the den mates, friends of the den, everyone who is an artist, contact my girl TQuest because she's been through it and she can guide you and really help you get to the next level. Now, I went to college for mass communications. I wanted to be something in the entertainment industry, but I didn't really know what to do at the time. So it took me a while to really discover my purpose. So we always talk about the three P's here: purpose, passion, and a plan. You have to be passionate, you have to have a purpose, and then you have to have a plan. And one thing that I really, really love when I was learning about you and reading your bio, tell me a little bit about the creation of the Gotta Love Me radio station, because I think that's super awesome. Give me a little bit of background on that.
okay. Well, as you can tell, my whole life is I knew I was supposed to be in the media and music industry. And it actually started from just being interviewed as an artist. And I was on someone's show, and they're like, you have a great personality and a great speaking voice. You ever thought about being in radio? I said, absolutely, because I have a lot to say, and I'm one of those people that's more like in the middle. I don't automatically agree with you because we're friends, and I'm like I try to understand things from different perspectives because that's one thing a lot of people don't do, and that's they're always in confrontations. And I was like, of course. They was like, well, let me talk to the people in charge and see if we can actually get you your own show. I said, oh wow, okay, just throw me in there, right? I'm like, okay. So next thing you know, I end up being their only rep from Connecticut. They let me know about the system I'm going to new. So me starting off, I was there by myself. I was the personality, the program director, the DJ, everything at once my first time in, which actually helped out because it built a solid foundation as a personality. And ironically, I went from doing it from home to doing being a part of college radio and then FM station. So I actually had the experience in each aspect of radio. And then next thing I know, Gotta Love Me Radio show 8 years later became Gotta Love Me Radio station. So I'm just like, look at that. And I love it because I cater to music I think is great that people will enjoy. People who love like the old school, like 80s, 90s, 2000. But then I make sure I mix a little of new school because as we evolve, we all have a eclectic type of music that we enjoy. So I want to make sure you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's not saturated. And then shout out to our number one DJ, DJ El Nino, because when his mixes come on, it's like the highest rating on the station, and
Killing.
I also cater to my independent artists as well to make sure they are heard, their music are being spun, and since it's digitally tracked, long as your paperwork is all together, with sound exchange and everything, you actually can monetize with your music being spun on Gotta Let Me Radio, home of the music and conversations that you want to hear.
You heard it. Okay, we got the spill. We got the spill. I love it. I love it. That is that's so awesome. That's such an inspirational story. So I love it. So what do you have in store? I know it's just January, but what do you have in store for 2022? Can you give us a sneak peek of what we can expect?
Well, like I say, every year is everything I'm doing now, but taking it to the next level. Music fans looking for more music, so I'm produce more music. As a writer, I'm actually not just being a part of magazines, but actually starting my own. So that's going to be great. So look out for the Quest Effect magazine. Also, a book is hoping to come out in 2022. And then the business, TQuest GLM, LLC, and GLM Graphics. As you can tell, my background with the graphics and the OBS and all that stuff, our business does all of this to help people flex because visuals and virtual is everything now.
Yeah.
So what's better than to literally have a one-stop shop to help you with it all, whether it's visuals, whether it's promo, whether it's voice, because I am the voice goddess for your commercials and everything. So it's like a one stop shop, and I just want to take that to the next level so I can be here for myself, provide for my family, as well as help others elevate within themselves as well as their careers.
Salute the grind. I salute the hustle. I salute the evolution. I'm very proud of you, and I think 2022 is going to be stupendous. So I think nothing but huge things coming for you. Now, before I let you go, because I know you're a busy, busy queen,
I'm
we want
always
to
on
get we want you to get you that DMate stamp. That's going to get you in the family, gang. You're going to be associated. We're going to be posting. When you post, it's going to be a post coming from us. That's what we do because we really support the artists that support us. But before you do it, you have to earn that DMate official stamp. So we always play a game. We like to have a little bit of fun. And the game that you drew is if you don't know, now you know, baby. So we're going to give you a few quick fire questions, and then we want your quick fire answer. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So we start off pretty easy. Well, hopefully easy. Number one, Biggie or Pac?
Neither. TQuest. Go ahead.
TQuest. Okay. Celeb crush.
Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory because I love a smart nerd.
Okay. 148 IQ, by the way. If if you had to listen to one album that's not a TQuest album every day for the rest of your life, what album would that be?
I would do maybe the best of Aaliyah.
Okay, all right. Shout out, rest in peace, Queen. That was my celeb crush. And now, sign one, drop one, or don't sign. Drake, Kendrick, or J. Cole.
Say what?
So you have a record label. You can sign one, you can drop one, or one that you just wouldn't sign. So you can only pick one to sign, one to drop, and one that you just wouldn't sign. Between Drake, Kendrick, or J. Cole.
I would sign Kendrick. I would let go Drake, and then toss to the side would be J. Cole.
Okay, all right. I'm Kendrick's my guy as well. And then the final quick fire, if you don't know, now you know question. Favorite childhood cereal.
I would say Frosted Flakes.
Gang Frosted Flakes, so underrated. Frosted Flakes with a banana cut in it. Oh man, it's amazing. I'm with you on that one. Don't sleep on the Frosted Flakes. TQuest, this has been a blast. I thank you so much for joining me in the den, telling me about your journey, your purpose, your passion. Once again, I believe 2022 will be huge for you. It's been an absolute pleasure. But let the den mates and the friends of the den know where they can find you, your social media, and where they can support all of your projects.
Okay. Well, this is the one only TQuest, and you can find me on all social media platforms at TQuest GLM. Download your TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. You can sign up for my mailing list at GottaLoveMeWorld.com, where you can find Gotta Love Me Radio, home and news and conversation that you want to hear. GLM Designs here to cater to all your graphic needs. GLM Voice, because I am the voice goddess. GLM Merch, GLM Lip Gloss, GLM everything. And remember, no one's perfect. Everyone's human and we all can help one another. So if you're struggling within yourself or in your business, just know that I am here. All you have to do is contact me. And I actually do free consultations with some people up to 30 minutes because time is precious. But at the same time, I don't mind having a conversation to see how I can genuinely help you succeed within yourself as well as life.
Wise man said, service is the price we pay for our room in heaven. And I appreciate what you're doing for these young artists. I appreciate you doing for what you're doing for our people. I mean that with the utmost sincerity. And I thank you so much for joining me in the den. It's been a pleasure. We're going to reconnect for sure. And as always, it's your boy Marz. And as we end every episode the same way, peace, love, unity, respect, deuces. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.